Hey, what's up everybody? Thanks for all the great response that I got off my first video. Although I did get 5 dislikes, I do know why. I need to work on what I do. I seemed bland and, I really have to work on it. So, that was my first video, now it's my second video. Today there isn't any news. I'm uploading this either a day or 2 days after my first video was made, and really nothing happened. So I'm gonna make a video about everything that you need to know, or that we know at all, about Half-Life 2 Episode 3. From what we can assume, we know this game is going to take place in the higher northern regions of the Half-Life universe. Arctic, snow, ice, pretty much everywhere, because we're trying to find the Borealis, the boat that you can see the docking station of in a little secret room in Portal 2. The Borealis is some great ship that disappeared during some experimentation done by Aperture Science. It was similar to the Resonance Cascade seen in Half-Life 1 from Black Mesa. From what we have seen in Portal and previous episodes, the Borealis was a boat, a big boat, used for teleportation tests from Aperture Science, which later evolved into what we can assume the portal gun. Now, the only things that we can really assume from Half-Life 2 Episode 3 is that it's going to take place immediately after Episode 2. Obviously, that's the point of episodes. Now, it has been stated that there was going to be an Episode 4, although the last time we heard about it was in 2006, and Valve stated that they would have a third-party developer work on the Episode 4, like Half-Life had Half-Life Opposing Force and Blue Shift. Those were worked on by Gearbox Software, while as Half-Life was worked on officially by Valve. Now, when the episode model was first being shown to people, Valve thought that they would be able to release episodes for 4 to 6 months at a time, and thought they would go up to Episode 4, like I've stated before. Now, it's been, 4 years since Episode 2, and we still haven't seen Episode 3, so obviously there's something going on with that model. We can pretty much assume that Episode 4 will either be cancelled entirely. Now, it has been 4 years since we have last seen an episode, Episode 2, which was released back in 2007. It's 2011 now, and we still haven't seen Episode 3, which makes people to believe the rumor that maybe Half-Life Episode 3 was just scrapped entirely, and it is now going to be turned into a much more involved, much larger Half-Life 3. Although this has not been directly confirmed, Doug Lombardi has stated in an interview that in the future we are going to see more Half-Life. He has not stated that Episode 3 is coming directly. In an interview, Lombardi had said, quote, "You will see more Half-Life. Gordon Freeman's adventures are not done. I have nothing to say today, but you have to hang in there with us." But Episode 3 was not directly confirmed from Mr. Lombardi in that interview. So, it could go anywhere. In an interview given to David Spryer and Doug Lombardi in May of 2007, it is stated that a lot of work went into the natural process of topography and climate between 2 and 3. And the player will not head back to City 17, although just in that game. During that same month, this concept art was released. As you can see, Arctic, cold. You can see the Borealis. It's what we all thought. In the end of December 2007, Half-Life 2 Episode 3 was stated to be the end of the Half-Life 2 story arc. Not the end of the Half-Life story arc, nor the episodes, which kinda confirms, at that time, that Episode 4 was a really given thing that we could have all expected. Of course, now, we just want to see Episode 3, and not Episode 4. I mean, that'd be cool, but I really want to see what happened to Eli. In July of 2008, the second concept art was released, as seen here. It was released through the winner list of the Into the Pixel contest of that year, involving Gordon and his crowbar face-to-face with a Combine advisor. It was made by Valve artists Ten Beckman, Jeremy Bennett, and Tristan Reedford. In the same month, the third, and so far last concept art was released. This was 3 years ago. As you can see, it's pretty much like the second one, with a different color tone to it, same Arctic feel. Lombardi also states that the distance between Episode 2 and Episode 3 will be larger than the distance between any of the 3 already released Half-Life 2 games. You can take this either way, if it's the distance between release dates, because obviously that's true, or the distance between story. For all we know, it's 20 years later, and Alex and Gordon are married and they have a kid, and you play as the kid, and the kid goes out and kills all the Combine advisors and find out that the Combine advisors is really just, you know, the G-Man dressed up in a suit. In December of 2008, a video was leaked onto YouTube, or a series of videos, I saw them, there are 4 of them, that claimed to be the alpha version of Half-Life 2 Episode 3. I will have the link to those videos down in the description if you want to watch through them, but I will just sum them up for you right now. They look like a mod, and they are a mod. They're fan-made maps, and there are a lot of giveaways that they are. And the biggest giveaway is at the end when an annotation pops up that says, made by Valve. If you click off annotations, it gives the name of the Steam user that created the maps. So, obviously, fan-made, they're okay. They use some of the stuff from the Half-Life 2 beta leak. Shortly after, in 2010, Alien Swarm was released, along with its SDK. In the SDK, several hint nodes were found with the prefix EP3. Although this might not have anything to do with Episode 3 and might just be leftovers from Episode 2, it probably is just files they accidentally put into the SDK that they use for Episode 3. Now, the files themselves are hint nodes that tell NPCs what to do in certain situations. A few of them tell Antlines what to do, and a few of them tell Combine advisors what to do. Combine advisors have been stated to be in Episode 3, so these might be files from Episode 3. You never know. The same thing was found in the Portal 2 SDK, although it was code for an NPC called Combine Advisor Roaming. Like I stated, Combine advisors are going to be in the game. I mean, spoiler, that's what killed Eli. Anyways, that's all I have to say for today, July 27th, 2011. I'm Tyler McVicker, and that's the Valve News. Adios.